It is given here that ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. The line PQ is a tangent to the circle at A. You see a tangent PQ, point of contact being A. If angle CAQ is to angle CAP, so the ratio of the angle is given. Given angle CAP is to angle CAQ is equal to 1 is to 2. Okay, CAP, you can see which angle they are talking about. Okay, the CAP is to CAQ, these two angles. Now, you see, if you see, both the angles are on the same straight line. If you see CAP and CAQ, that means the sum must be equal to 180 degree. Anyway, we'll come to that later. The ratio of the angles are given. CAQ is to CAP is 1 is to 2. Also given that AB bisects angle CAQ. So if you see this line here, AB bisects this angle. Okay, so that means these two angles are equal. This angle and this angle is equal because AB is a bisector of CAQ. Okay, also AD bisects angle CAP. So this line here bisects CAP. That means this angle must be equal to this angle. Okay. Question is find the measures of all the angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. That means you will have to find all the angles of this quadrilateral. This angle, this angle, this angle, and this entire angle you will have to find.
Good
Okay.
morning, sir.
Good morning. All the measure of all these angles you will have to find. Okay. So now let's see how to find. See, the ratio of these two angles is given to you. CAP is to CAQ. So what I can assume is let angle CAP is equal to x and let angle CAQ equal to 2x. I say let angle CAP equal to x, angle CAQ equal to 2x. Now if you see both these angles lie on the same straight line, CAP and CAQ. Okay, that is both these angles are lying on the line PQ if you see. Okay, so therefore the sum of these two must be equal to 180 degree. We will write angle CAP plus angle CAQ is equal to 180 because sum of the angles on a straight line is 180 degree. Okay, that means CAP is x, CAQ is 2x, 180 degree. Okay, that means 3x is equal to 180. X is 180 by 3. That means it is 60. So the value of x is 60. So what are the angles? Therefore, angle CAP is x, which is equal to 60 degree. Angle CAQ is 2x, which is equal to 2 into 60, equal to 120 degree. So we've got the measures of these angles. So what are the measures? 60 degree, this entire angle here is 60 degree. And this entire angle here is 120 degree. Right? That means if AB bisects this 60 degree angle, that means this is 30 degree and this is 30 degree. Okay, so let me just write in fair a little so that This is 30. This is 30. This is 60. This is 60. Okay. Now there are certain observations that you must make here in this question. We need to find all the angles of the cyclic quadrilateral, right? So there are certain very important observations. More than writing is the observation that you must concentrate on here in this problem. First of all, we have found one angle of the cyclic quadrilateral. This angle we have found. What is this angle? 60 plus 30, which is equal to 90 degrees. So let us write, say for angle BAD, or simply angle A of the cyclic quadrilateral. In the cyclic quadrilateral, ABCD, angle A is equal to 30 plus 60, which is 90. That is done. 90 degrees. Next, we want to find out the other angles. How do you find out? You see this chord here, and you see a tangent, and they intersect at a point of contact A. So what brings to your mind first? When you see a chord, as I told you, when you see a chord and a tangent intersecting at the point of contact, what comes to your mind? Angles in alternate segments should come to your mind. So you must look at which angles are in alternate segment. If you see here, this 30-degree angle is in the minor segment. This must be equal to the angles in the major segment on this chord. And what are the angles on this chord? This angle is on this chord, so this must be 30 degree because angles in alternate segments. And this angle is also on this chord, so this must also be 30 degrees. So this is done. Next, you see this 60-degree angle here. In this 60-degree angle, you have this chord and you have the tangent. They intersect at the point of contact A. And all the angles again on this chord, this 60-degree angle here is on the minor segment. So what are the corresponding angles in the major segment? This is 60 degree. So this must be 60 degree. And this must also be 60 degree. Right? So we have managed to find out angle C. Angle C is how much? 60 plus 30, which is again 90. So angle C is equal to 60 plus 30, which is 90. Okay. This. Next, we proceed to find out angle B and angle D. For angle B, you just need one angle here. Now, if you see here, this angle is the same as this angle. Why? Because angles on the same segment are equal. So if this angle is 60 degree here, this angle should also be 60 degree. So what is this angle B of this cyclic quadrilateral? 60 plus 60, which is 120. Okay, fine. And finally, you have angle D left. Now, if you see this 30 degree and this angle must be equal because they are on the same segment, this segment. Therefore, they must be equal. Okay. So therefore, this angle here is 30 plus 30. Angle D of the cyclic quadrilateral is 30 plus 30, which is 60. Okay. Any question from this? No questions? Next, the next part of the question is also prove that BD is a diameter of a circle. Is BD a diameter? Can you tell me, is BD a diameter? Anyone? Can you tell me if BD is a diameter? Why should I say that BD is a diameter?
Sir, because angle DCB is 90.
DCB. Yes, because this angle is a right angle here. This is 90-degree angle. Therefore, the arc DB must be a semicircle, and therefore DB must be the diameter. Okay, good. So this angle is a right angle, and you know that if an angle is a right angle, then this arc must be a semicircle, and if this arc is a semicircle, that means DB must be a diameter. From the converse of the theorem, that angle in a semicircle is a right angle. From the converse of that, let's move on to the next problem here. In the given figure, AB is a diameter. The tangent at C meets AB produced at C. This line AB is given to to be the diameter. It passes through the center O of the circle. It has to be the diameter. The tangent at C meets AB produced. You have the point of contact C, and you have a tangent, and this tangent has been produced till this point Q, and this diameter AB has also been produced so that they intersect at Q. If angle CAB is equal to 34 degrees, so this angle is given to you as 34 degrees. Question is find angle CBA. So first angle that you need to find is CBA. This angle you need to find first. Okay, now this is fairly simple because you know that if this in this triangle, in fact, you know that AB is a diameter. Therefore, this must be 90 degree. We will write angle ACB is equal to 90 degree because angle in a semicircle is a right angle. Okay, so we know this angle to be 90 degree. Now, if we consider triangle ACB, some of the interior angles will be 180 degrees so that we can find CBA very easily. So in triangle ABC, the unknown angle, angle CBA, plus angle ACB, the 90 degree angle, plus the given angle, angle CAB, must be equal to 180 degree because sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now, next we shall simply put the value. CBA is an angle we need to find out. This angle is angle in a semicircle, 90 degree, and this angle is already given to you as 34. So that means angle CBA, which is equal to 180, plus 124 is equal to 180, and therefore angle CBA is 180 minus 124. 56 degree. So we have found out one angle. Time to find out the next angle, which is CQA. Which angle is CQA? This angle is my CQA. We want to find out this angle. Now, what you observe here is that BC is a chord and this is a tangent, and they are intersecting at the point C, point of contact. The thing that should come to your mind is angles in alternate segments. So let's see what are the
Sir,
angles in
I
alternate.
have a question.
Yes,
Sir, you said that angle ACB is 90 degree.
hmm.
And sir, also angle ACQ is 90 degree.
ACQ is not 90
Oh
degree
no. Oh
because
no, no, no.
ACQ is a tangent.
Yes, sir,
We are
yes,
talking
sir.
about the chord. Okay, we are talking about angles within the circle, not angles outside the circle. So coming back to this, you see a chord and you see a tangent intersecting at the point of contact. That means angles in alternate segments should come to your mind. But what are the angles in alternate segment? If you see the angle between this tangent and this chord is this. So angle in this segment, that is the minor segment, is this one. And what is the angle on this chord? this 34 degree is the angle on this chord. They must be equal. So if this is 34, this must also be 34, right? Now once this is 34, we have already got this angle, right? How much have we got this angle to be? How much have we calculated? 56. We have calculated this angle to be 56. Now what you see here is that this is a triangle. CBQ is a triangle. CBQ is a triangle in which the exterior angle is 56 degree and the two interior opposite angles are 34 and this angle, the unknown angle. And you know that in a triangle, exterior angle is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. So 56, whatever this angle is, let us say this is x. So you must have exterior angle is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles. From this you can calculate the unknown angle. Okay, so let us write this. So first we shall write angles in alternate segments. So we'll say angle CAB is equal to angle BCQ is equal to 34. Reason is angles in alternate segments are equal. Okay, so 34, 34 equal. Now we shall consider triangle BCQ, the triangle outlined in blue, in which exterior angle, that is angle ABC, is equal to sum of two interior opposite angles, that is angle BCQ plus the unknown angle CQA. Okay, so we'll write this. So in triangle BCQ, angle CBA is equal to angle BCQ plus CQA. Now angle CBA, we have found this to be 56 degrees. So we shall write this. Here we have found this to be 56 degree. And angle BCQ is 34. And angle CQA we need to find out. That's it. Angle CQA is equal to 56 minus 34, which is 22. That's it. So this was a short sum, although the observation was very important. Now repeatedly I'm telling you, whenever you see a chord and whenever you see a tangent intersecting at the point of contact, the first thing that should come to your mind is what are the angles in alternate segments. So you should start looking for angles in alternate segments. Okay. You should start looking for the angle between the chord and the tangent. That will be the angle on that segment. And the angle on the other segment will be angle on that chord. There can be many angles on a chord, as I showed you. And whatever pair that you get, those two pairs will be equal. Let us work out this problem. Number 12. Okay, so this is your diagram that is given to you, and one more angle is given. This angle 140 degree. If you read this question, it states that O is the center of this circumcircle of triangle ABC, XYZ. So if you have a triangle XYZ and you have a circle around this triangle, circumscribing this triangle, it is called a circumcircle. Tangent at X and Y intersect at T. So you have a tangent at X, point of contact here, and you have a tangent at Y, point of contact here, and they intersect at the point T. Given angle XTY is equal to 80 degrees. This angle is given to you as 80 degrees. And XOZ is given to you as 140 degrees. So this angle is given to you as 140 degrees. Calculate the value of ZXY. Okay, you need to calculate the value of ZXY. Which one is the angle that we need to calculate? We need to calculate this angle here, ZXY. Okay, now how to calculate? Now see here, the most simple is there can be two to three ways of calculating this, but the most simple way that I can think of is if you join OY here, then what can you say? You can say that this angle here is 90 degree because tangent and radius are perpendicular at the point of contact. This angle here is also 90 degree. Okay, so we write join OY. Therefore, OX is perpendicular to XT and OY is perpendicular to YT. Okay, because radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. Fine. So we have these two angles as 90 degree. Now if you look at this quadrilateral here, XOYT, if you look at this quadrilateral here, you see that you know three angles in this quadrilateral. That means you can find out the fourth angle here. This angle you can find out. This is the fourth angle. So we'll find out the fourth angle. In the quadrilateral XOYT, and this is not a cyclic quadrilateral. Angle XOY plus angle OXT, which is the 90 degree angle, plus angle OYT, which is also a 90 degree angle, plus angle XTY must be equal to 360 because sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral of any quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, so we want to find out angle XOY. So XOY, these two angles are 90 degree angles here, and this angle here is given to us as 80 degrees. So one 80 degree angle and two 90 degree angles. Can all of you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
So this is 90, 90, and this XTY is 80, which is 360. Therefore, angle XOY plus 180 plus 80 is how much? 260 is equal to 360. That means angle XOY 360 minus 260, which is 100. So we have found out angle XOY